Charger fans, it's time to bolt up and welcome your 2026 LA Chargers!
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Chargers offense onto the field, led by one of the toughest and most physically gifted players in the league, in Justin Herbert.
Truly one of the most physically talented players in the league. Arm, movement, toughness. Still looking for his first playoff win this season.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from LA in a moment. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's the third-year man, Kamani Vidal. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll check this one down to Hampton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from LA in a moment. Third down and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Rams take over.
The Rams offense onto the field led by the 18-year veteran who earned his first NFL MVP last season, Matthew Stafford.
And the numbers, absolutely off the charts. The ability to play big in big games, we've seen it all the time. The most underrated part of his game, his toughness. This guy continues to get better with age.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. First run now for Kyren Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 75 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
To throw is Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
It's a yard. And it's third down.
Now a 3rd and 6. Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First down, Los Angeles.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Now 2nd and 5. Stafford now to throw. Now a short one caught by Parkinson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 23 yards for Kyren Williams. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Harrison Mevis for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out come the Chargers. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a toss, left side, Hampton. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
2nd and 10. Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Smith in motion right. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing a Stafford. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On now, Harrison Mevis for the Rams field goal. This from 44 yards away. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A timeout here for an injured player. And definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle and friendly partner. It's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they have him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Stafford. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. He's got room to roam. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams ready to go on offense. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. 2nd down and 6 now. On the ground, it's Blake Corum. And he is going to lose yardage here. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Ethan Evans now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Hampton. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Third and 9 here. Herbert now. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Smith will come in motion right. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Stafford now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Corum. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Third and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 21. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Corum now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They run once more with Corum. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
In motion right is Smith. Now it's Stafford. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Stafford. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And it's off the crossbar. Oh, he couldn't even get it there. It's no good. And this will remain a 5-point game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Herbert. He gets this to Hampton. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll run the toss here with Corum. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In motion goes the tight end. Stafford now to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. In motion right goes Adams. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Passer, defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Throwing is Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of a 4th down coming up after the incomplete pass, they get a roughing the passer call, and that's going to set them up with a 1st down. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Hunter going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. This is caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Corum will score. Touchdown, L.A.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Honest Mevis for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Chargers.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
That's a little too conservative in my opinion. You've got to trust your quarterback here on 3rd down. Instead, they try to pick it up with the screen, but the defense was able to rally to the ball and get the stop.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That's returnable now for Smith. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And it's 3rd down.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Dances by him. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now an injury timeout, and that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 50, it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the throw and the catch were just fine. But against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and the ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. More from L.A. in a moment. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 9, 2nd and 5. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Honest Mevis for the extra point. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score Rams 22, Chargers 14.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. This is intercepted. Picked by Cameron Kinchins. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Corum. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Short throw. It's Higbee. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Well, this one's knuckling it. It just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. The Rams offense and Blake Corum set to take over again. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating him up right now. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now it's Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Second down pass play only went for 2. To throw is Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safety's usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for him to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Tui Pelotu got in and dropped it. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a toss, left side, Hampton. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Herbert off of play action. He gets it to Johnston. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Herbert going to give to Vidal. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find Scott on the right side complete.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, Corum. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
3rd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Excellent job defensively there from Kobe Turner. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 14. Here's Herbert. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Herbert now. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. More from L.A. in a moment. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
30-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now a man undrafted out of the University of Buffalo, Jared Patterson. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And that closed out quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Stafford's pass complete to Tyler Scott. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Vidal up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
Here's Hunter. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
Adams the man in motion right. Now the former Fresno State Bulldog, it's Ronnie Rivers. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Throwing is Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there.
At the 20-yard line.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They run straight ahead, Vidal.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Once more with Vidal.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
No
play.
gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the
As usual, the
31-yard
hallmark of a
line.
good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Herbert. And this one finds McConkey.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch called for Nate at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 18. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Stafford.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line.
On the ground, it's Vidal to start the drive.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's J.K. Scott now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's Smith to return it.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
At their own 28-yard line.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Second down and 8.
In motion goes the tight end. To throw is Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without
them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 20.
On the ground, it's Vidal to start the drive.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
And one more time with Vidal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Vidal now on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, 2nd down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Now I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down at 7.
Smith, the man in motion left. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people and bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now a toss going left. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
And they'll run it with Hunter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
From the gun on third down, Stafford.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 42-yard attempt.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second down and a yard. The give is to Vidal. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On first down, back to Vidal.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Quick throw here to Johnston.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Second and 9. A pitch comes to Patterson.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal?
They'll run here with Vidal.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And his kick is good. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
And
last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Rivers.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Smith. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Now it's Stafford.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard
The
line.
Chargers offense back out and ready to go.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Here's Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a deep one for Johnston.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Stafford. And Daniels has it over the middle.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is Hunter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Stafford.
He's got Higbee complete right side. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Hunter.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again on the ground with Hunter. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hunter.
And they will get him down behind the line, but a penalty flag comes in late. And I think they got him down by the face mask. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Here's Hunter. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a one-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
Hunter. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump
Neutral
here.
zone infraction, defense.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. Now they'll empty out the backfield. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
They snap it to Stafford. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. More from L.A. in a moment. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Pass caught. Gadsden, right side. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's Herbert. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Now 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Vidal. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll try the left side. It's Hunter. And he stopped immediately there. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
They'll begin on the ground with Vidal.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just about on his own goal line.
On the return is Scott. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
They'll run it here with Rivers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. They run with Rivers.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Stafford.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Herbert. He's got it complete to Thompson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is up to 5. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now they'll send Adams in motion left. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the ground is Rivers. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a handoff up the middle. Connors. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Stafford.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Stafford now to throw. Got an open man. It's Scott. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Connors. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. More from L.A. in a moment.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. A beautiful fake. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Chargers. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The Rams take
More
over
from
first
L.A.
and 10
in a moment.
at their own 34-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide.
And he'll get nothing out of that one.
A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
On 1st down, Connors. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Throwing on second down, Stafford. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
More from L.A. in a moment. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down.
Looking to throw. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And the Chargers coming out of the field now.
Well, with the score where it's at, a field goal essentially doesn't do them much good here. A touchdown, though, and they're really in business.
Yeah, exactly right, because taking over the ball in this type of field position, all right, they feel good about what the defense just did. If you're calling plays, you're still thinking aggressively. You're not thinking, all right, let's just run the ball and try and get 3. You want to put it downfield, call your big shots, and try and get that big score.
On the handoff, Vidal. And down to the 41. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert now. That one complete to McConkey.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 2-point game.
Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll keep it on the ground. Connors. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
This defense tough to run against. Those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they'd better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go.
And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They're going to pass here with Herbert.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third and 5. A run from the gun. Here's Vidal.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now it's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here comes 2nd down.
Stafford now to throw. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. So just nowhere to escape the pressure that time. He goes down for a safety, and that should all but do it here in this one.
Yeah, they put up a good fight, but you're right. Now they have to kick it away, and this one definitely looks like a lost cause.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Returnable here for Davis. The Chargers ready to take over. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.